both converter we will discuss in discontinuous mode as well as continuous conduction mode. So now let's we start with the flyback converter. So as we know that flyback, as the name of flyback, it's back the power, right, on mode 1. That's why this converter firstly called as a flyback converter. So basically DC to DC converter use is that it converts a fixed DC to variable DC. Now if I have a 100-volt battery and I need to only 50 volt only. So we can easily do with the help of buck converter by choosing the appropriate duty cycle, approximate 50%. If I choose the duty cycle, then we can easily convert 100 volt to 50 volt. I have a 100-volt battery and I need 200-volt supply. It is easily possible with the help of boost converter, right, or we can say buck boost converter. So flyback and buck boost can be used for both type up and down purpose. We have a AC, we have a option of transformer to step up down the voltage, but in case of DC we doesn't have any options instead of this except this converters. So these are the converter main probably called as a step up down converter for DC supply. Most probably flyback and other isolated converter introduced by NASA in 80s 97 for robotic application in space, right. So actually they are based on solar panel. So whatever the voltage need to be boost, they are using a flyback converter with isolation protection, right. So that's your source will not be damaged, right, if my loading condition or the load side is short circuited. So isolation meanings of that. So flyback converter generally having a major 3 component. First, that is one switch is transformer, diode and capacitor, and most probably DC source and load. So actually when there are some special arrangement on flyback converter, it's use a ferrite core transformer. Generally we know that we are not giving a pure DC or exact constant DC to the transformer, otherwise it will be in saturation, but in here we are giving a pulsating DC over there. So we are not giving a pure DC. So that's why I have always mentioned maximum duty cycle is 50 to 55%. So maybe GTU in 7 marks this type of question will be arises. So the flyback having a dot is indicate the polarity, means the direction of the current. Obviously one switch only which is run this converter. So there is only 2 possible mode, actually 3 mode, when switch is on, switch is off and capacitor is discharged. But generally as per the book of B.L. Thereja and MD Singh, we are considered 2 mode of operation, right. So yeah, so you can see over here there is an inverted polarity ferrite core transformer, DC supply 50% duty cycle of the switch on and off. At switch on time, that is called as a T1, switch off time, that is called T2, total time for both, that is T1 plus T2, small T1 plus T2, and capital T, that is a main time. So let's start with the mode of operation. You can see over here, as I told you, that when switch is on, what will happen? My converter mode 1 is in picture, right. So you can see over here, when we give the switch on, what will happen? What the current which is of the source current is try to flow it, but it will be try to flow in this direction because these are the polarity. But you can see your diode that is in reverse bias. So this current will not allow to flow, only the primary current of the source that will be in picture. This thing is short open circuited, we can say, if diode is not on, but capacitor was initially charging, that will be discharged during a mode 1 operation. So we can say in mode 1 the time period is 0 less than t less than t1, supply is on, so switch is on, transformer polarity reverse, so it not be transfer the power, it will be deliver the power to the back. That's why this converter is called as a flyback converter. Diode is reverse bias, capacitor is try to discharge. Now, most important term which is called as a duty cycle in case of operations of the switches. Duty cycle D, that is indicated by T on time divided by total time T. So, we know that our T on time is T1 time. So, we can say duty cycle D is equal to T1 time by T. So, we can equation of T1 is equal to dt. We know that D is reverse, capacitor is discharged, inductor of the primary is try to charge because of supply is given to that. Now, voltage across the inductor or primary side, we can say L di by dt is the basic equation. We know that the voltage is initially 0 to peak value. So, it will be changed according to the current change. So, we can write V input, that is delta I, delta V input is equal to L into delta IL by T, right. So, actually delta V L means V input minus V output, but we know that there is no output when which is related with the supply. Actually output is only depending upon capacitor on this case. So, we can say V input minus V 0, or we can say 0 is equal to L delta I by dt. So, if we make this delta I1 main, we can get this equation delta V in into T1 divided by L. But we know that what is the equation of T1 over here derived, that is dt. So, I mentioned V input by L into dt, equation number 1. Now, mode 2, simple, time period is now changed, now off, switch is off. So, T2 that is off time. So, we can say T1 less than T2, that is time period. Now, we know that T is equal to T1 plus T2. So, what is the equation of T2? Capital T minus T1, but T1 is equal to dt. So, T common, so 1 minus d. So, T2 is equal to, we can write d 1 minus d. Now, when the switch is off, what will happen? Whatever the energy store is here is try to release. So, polarity that will be here to change to this cross position. Actually, polarity this I am indicated the initial polarity. Now, the polarity is reverse. So, what will happen when dot is over here means diode is in picture. So, diode is forward bias, capacitor now discharge. So, it will be try to charge and whatever the another power which is delivered to the load. So, continuously load is on during a mode 1 and mode 2, whether my switch is off or whether my supplies is not in picture, right. So, according to this we can write VL is equal to L DIL by D2. Now, here is V input L DIL by T2. So, we can get delta IL during off condition V input into T2. Initially, pehla શું હતું? That is T1, delta I is equal to T1. Now, here is the T2, you can see over here. Now, here is a delta IL when of input into T2 divided by L. T2 is equal to T1 minus D. So, but V input is equal to minus of output into N1 by N2. Now, transformer having a turns ratio, right. So, we can write input by output is equal to, or V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2 is equal to I2 by I1. So, V input is equal to minus of output N1 by N2. Actually, N2 by N1 ને reverse કરી દીધું એટલે minus આવી ગયું. So, under the steady state condition, what we are consider? Equation 1 of delta, equation 2 of delta equal to 0. So, V input by L into dt minus V output into N2 by N1. What I do? What is the value of V input over here mode 2? I am putting V output minus into N2 by N1. So, I am putting this value only. Okay, and try to derive the equation. V output is equal to V input d 1 minus d into N1 by N2. Simply, I am consider whatever the additions of that variation which is equal to 0, and I am making V output as a main karta. So, V output is equal to, we are getting this. So, whenever we are talking about flyback output, some output voltage equation, V input d 1 minus d N2 by N1. So, this is a output voltage equation. Now, voltage waveform, continuous and discontinuous, how it will be identified? If my inductor current which is starting from 0, we can say it is a continuous conduction mode, discontinuous conduction mode, because it will be disconnect. After this cycle it will be 0, after 0 it will be, so disconnected. Continuous conduction, my current is never going to 0, there are some energy over here. This both values depending upon the value of inductor. If inductor is fully discharged, it is called as a discontinuous mode. If my inductor is not fully discharged, we can say having some energy, we can say it is a continuous conduction mode. So, first I know that input it for mode 1 only, mode 2 that is 0. Primary current, if voltage is for half cycle, then obviously primary current is off for half cycle, secondary current for the another half cycle. Voltage across switch, mode 1 switch is on, current is flowing, means voltage across that is minimum. So, minimum. Here are why this is steps like, because in after this condition the capacitor is try to discharge. Output voltage, as I told you, it is continuously given to that, current is continuously given to that. In case of discontinuous mode, in case of voltage across diode, what will happen? Diode is on or off for mode 1, diode is off for mode 1. So, voltage appear across that is maximum, and for another it is 0. So, these are the continuous conduction mode, these are discontinuous conduction mode. Now, next theory, that is buck converter. As the name of buck, it is step down converter. For simply keep in mind to remember the, because all the figure are same, like only the component where positions of the these three component are different. So, for my opinion, I just for remember person I choose S, D and L. These three words that are keep in mind for buck converter. Switch, S for switch, D for diode and L for diode. The S, D, L, after boost, this L is replaced over here, switch is over here, it is called boost. When this 2 is changed, it will be buck boost. So, few this is my trick to remember the figure, because when you are in exam, there are so many theories to keep in mind. So, this kind of short trick that may be helpful. So, now over here you can see second method to indicate buck converter, inductor that is on load side. If inductor that is on load side, we can say it is a buck converter. If boost, then inductor on source side. અહીંયા આવી જશે inductor, switch અહીંયા જતી રહેશે, right? Diode અહીંયા જતું રહેશે. So, the anti-clockwise ફરી જશે. So, these are the buck converter which is give 100 to 50 if we consider duty cycle 50. So, as well as flyback converter, we try to derive our output voltage equation. Output voltage equation of the buck converter, V output is equal to V input into D only. This is the output voltage equation. V output is equal to D into V input. Now, same as flyback, it's having a two mode of operation, when switch is on, when switch is off. Now, you can assume when switch is on, what will happen? Current is try to flow in this direction, remaining current try to flow in this, but diode is in reverse bias. If current is flowing from here like this, upper side to downward side, same, then it is reverse. So, it is a reverse bias. Inductor, capacitor, and now you can see in flyback, when source is off, capacitor is discharged. Means what? જ્યારે source નહીં હોય ત્યારે જ કેપેસિટર ડિસ્ચાર્જ થાય. એનો મતલબ જ્યારે સોર્સ જ્યારે કનેક્ટેડ હોય તો એને ચાર્જ થશે. સો આ કેસની અંદર સોર્સ છે ડાયરેક્ટ લોડને જતો, સો કેપેસિટર ઇઝ ટ્રાય ટુ ચાર્જ, ઇન્ડક્ટર ઇઝ ટ્રાય ટુ ચાર્જ, રાઈટ. So, mode 1 diode is off, so it is a open circuit, current is try to flow in both direction, capacitor is try to charge, inductor is try to charge. Same way, VL is equal to L di by dt. Now, over here flyback માં શું હતું? સોર્સ નો પાવર આમાં નહીં જતો હતો, એટલે ખાલી અહીંયા શું આવતું હતું? V input. Now, delta V અને VL ને delta VL માં ફેરવું, because voltage is vary with respect to current. So, delta VL is equal to L delta IL by T1. એવું લખાય. સો ડેલ્ટા V1 ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ ઇનપુટ માઇનસ આઉટપુટ, કારણ કે બંને પિક્ચરમાં છે, ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ L ડેલ્ટા I ઇનપુટ ડિવાઇડેડ બાય T1. T1નું ઇક્વેશન મળી ગયું, રાઈટ. DI ઓનનું ઇક્વેશન મળી ગયું. આમાંથી DI ને કરતા બનાવ્યો, આમાંથી T1 ને કરતા બનાવ્યો. તો આ ઇક્વેશનમાંથી આપણને બે ઇક્વેશન મળ્યા. મોડ 2માં શું થશે? સોર્સને મારો સપ્લાય પૂરો હવે, બરાબર, 50% ડ્યુટી સાયકલ, એટલે હવે સ્વિચ ઇઝ ઓફ. સ્વિચ ઓફ કરો એટલે સોર્સ પિક્ચરમાંથી આઉટ. સોર્સ પિક્ચરમાંથી આઉટ એટલે કેપેસિટર પાસે જે એનર્જી છે તે શું કરશે? રિલીઝ કરશે, અને ઇન્ડક્ટર પાસે જે એનર્જી છે તે પણ આને રિલીઝ કરશે, રાઈટ. એટલે આ એનર્જી રિલીઝ કરવા માટે ક્લોઝ પાથ જોઈએ ઇન્ડક્ટરને, એટલે અહીંયા ડાયોડ કંડક્ટમાં આવ્યો. એટલે હવે કરંટ કેવો ફ્લો થશે? આમ, ને કેપેસિટરમાંથી આમ. ઓકે. સો હિયર આર સમ ડાયરેક્શન્સ ઓફ, yes, here are some figure of mode 2 you can see over here, right. Now, same equation, VL is equal to L di by dt. Now, હવે સમજો જે ડેલ્ટા VL જે હતું, V ઇનપુટ માઇનસ આઉટપુટ, તેની જગ્યાએ V ઇનપુટ તો 0 થઈ ગયો, કારણ કે છે જ નહીં પિક્ચરમાં. સો ડાયરેક્ટ 0 માઇનસ V આઉટપુટ માઇનસ ઓફ L, માઇનસ કેમ? કારણ કે ઇન્ડક્ટર ઇઝ ટ્રાય ટુ ડિસ્ચાર્જ. So V output minus is equal to minus of L this. So આના પરથી પાછું T2 અને ડેલ્ટા I નું ઇક્વેશન બનશે. ફ્લાયબેકમાં શું કરેલું ભાઈ, કન્ડિશન ઓફ ઇક્વેશન 1 ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ ઇક્વેશન 2 અથવા તો ઇક્વેશન 1 પ્લસ ઇક્વેશન 2 ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ 0 ઇન ધેટ કન્ડિશન. તો અંડર ધ સ્ટેડી સ્ટેટ કન્ડિશન ડેલ્ટા આઈના જે ઇક્વેશન મળ્યા બે વિચ ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ 0. તો આ બંનેને 0 મૂકવું, T1 અને T2 ની જગ્યાએ વેલ્યુ મૂકવું, T2 is equal to T is equal to capital T is equal to T1 plus T2. So V output ને કરતા બનાવું તો T1 by T into V input, પણ મને ખબર T1 by T that is called as a duty cycle D. So V output is equal to D into V input, that is the output voltage equation of buck converter. Similar for current, I output is equal to I input divided by D. Now waveform same as previous, input picture માં છે, બીજા મોડમાં નથી. ઇન્ડક્ટર ઇઝ ચાય હા નાવ હવે ઇન્ડક્ટરમાંથી કરંટ જાય તે કયા કેસમાં, પહેલા કેસમાં શું હતું, પ્રાઇમરીમાં ટ્રાન્સફોર્મર રિલીઝ કરતું હતું. આ કેસમાં ઇન્ડક્ટરમાંથી બંને ટાઈમે કરંટ પસાર થશે. તો ઇન્ડક્ટર ઇઝ ગ્રેજ્યુઅલી ઇન્ક્રીઝ, ગ્રેજ્યુઅલી ડિક્રીઝ. પ્રાઇમરી કરંટ એકમાં જ આવશે, એકમાં ઓફ આવશે. આઉટપુટ વોલ્ટેજ બંને ટાઈમે મળશે, તેવી રીતે આઉટપુટ કરંટ બંને ટાઈમ. વોલ્ટેજ એક્રોસ સ્વિચ, પહેલા મોડમાં સ્વિચ ઓન છે એટલે વોલ્ટેજ એપિયર ઇઝ મિનિમમ, અને અહીંયા સ્ક્વેર સ્ટેપ જે મેં દોર્યું નથી. નાવ ડિઝાઇન ઓફ બક કન્વર્ટર. હાઉ ટુ ડિઝાઇન અ કન્વર્ટર, વાય we are going for designing a converter, because after this we are going for the example of buck converter with according to design. So for example point of view, L and C value we can choose by this design. So T1 we know that equation number 1 to equation number 2, and T2 that is equation number 4. So we know that total time T is equal to, we can write T1 plus T2. So આ બેને એડ કરીએ, ડેલ્ટા I ને કરતા બનાવીએ, અને T which is replaced by 1 by F, તો ડેલ્ટા I નું એક ઇક્વેશન બને, that is ડેલ્ટા I નું ઇક્વેશન શું બને, 1 by F મલ્ટીપ્લાય બાય આ બધું નીચે જતું રહે ને ક્રોસ મલ્ટીપ્લાય થાય, લસા લઈએ. સો equation is 1 by F, V output is equal to V input minus V output divided by L into V input. But we know that V output in case of buck converter D into V input. So output ની જગ્યાએ ઇક્વેશન મૂક્યું, બધું ઉડી ગયું. So delta F is equal to શું મળે, V input 1 minus D into D divided by FL. Now ડેલ્ટા I કોને કહીએ કે જ્યારે ઇન્ડક્ટર ચાર્જ થયું મિનિમમથી મેક્સિમમ વેલ્યુ અને મેક્સિમમથી મિનિમમ, તો દેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ એઝ ડેલ્ટા I. પણ ફોર હાફ સાયકલ ઇટ ઇઝ ડેલ્ટા બાય 2. સો કેપેસિટર કરંટ ફાઇન્ડ કરવો હોય તો 1 by 2 into delta I by 2. So delta I by 4. Average capacitor voltage, that is 1 by C integrate 0 to કેટલી સાયકલ લીધેલી, હાફ એટલે T by 2 into IC. IC એટલે DI by 4. DI અને 4 બંનેનું ઇન્ટિગ્રેટ નહીં થાય એટલે એને બહાર કાઢી લીધા કોન્સ્ટન્ટમાં. 1 dt એટલે T by 2 minus 0. So ઇક્વેશન શું આવ્યું, ડેલ્ટા I 8CF that is called as a delta VC. જો આપણને અહીંયા ડેલ્ટા I નું ઇક્વેશન મળ્યું, અહીંયા ડેલ્ટા VC નું ઇક્વેશન મળ્યું, પાછું એકવાર ડેલ્ટા I ડેલ્ટા VC મળે, બંનેને કમ્પેર કરીશું. Now for finding the value of L and C, what will happen, delta I is equal to 2 into IL, or we can say ઇન્ડક્ટરમાંથી જે કરંટ જાય તે જ લોડમાંથી જાય, તો 2 into I0, V0 by I લખાય, V0 is equal to V input into D લખાય. So 2 V input into D by R. આ આપણને નવું ડેલ્ટા I મળ્યો. બીજો એક ડેલ્ટા અહીંયા છે આપણી પાસે, આયરો નવો, તો આ બંને ડેલ્ટા I ને કમ્પેર કરાવું. ઓકે, સો એમાંથી L ને કરતા બનાવું તો LC is equal to R 1 minus D by 2F, that is the final equation. તેવી રીતે ડેલ્ટા VC is equal to 2V0, V0 એટલે V input into D. આ ઇક્વેશન એક મળ્યું ડેલ્ટા VC નું, બીજું એક ઇક્વેશન અહીંયા મળ્યું. આ બંનેમાંથી શું છે, L તો મળી ગયો, તો હવે C ને કરતા બનાવું. તો C ને કરતા બનાવશું ઇક્વેશન 1 and 2, તો CC is equal to 1 minus D divided by 16 F square into L. So now we have a we could have found LC and CC value as well as delta I and delta C as well as output voltage. So we can go for example. Now the example it may be like that, a buck regulator has an input voltage is V input is equal to 12 volt. Input voltage કેટલો છે 12, output કેટલો છે 5, એટલે કેટલું 50 કરતાં ઓછું થઈ ગયું, 6 કરતાં બી ઓછો થયો, એટલે આને ડ્યુટી સાયકલ પહેલાં ફાઇન્ડ કરવી પડશે. Now resistance is 500 ohm. Peak to peak ripple voltage એટલે કયો, peak to peak ripple voltage delta V 20 millivolt. Switching frequency F 25 kilohertz. peak to peak ripple current એટલે delta I is equal to 0.8 ampere. So determine duty cycle, filter, inductor, capacitor and critical value of L and C. So we have delta I, delta V, V input, V output, R frequency. So first we need to find duty cycle. Duty cycle માટે output voltage equation શું છે? V output is equal to D. So D is equal to 12 by 5. તો કેટલી મળી? મેં કીધું તે મારે 50 કરતાં ઓછી એટલે 41.60. આપણી પાસે ડેલ્ટા આઈનું ઇક્વેશન છે. V input 1 minus D into D by FL ઉપર જોઈ લેજો કઈ રીતે છે. તો તેમાંથી L મળશે 0.146 મિલી હેનરી. ડેલ્ટા VC ની વેલ્યુ છે V input 1 minus D into D divided by 8CF square. બધી વેલ્યુ આમાં મૂકી દેવાની. C ની વેલ્યુ મળે 20 માઇક્રો. સો આ L અને C કઈ મળી? એક્ઝેક્ટ મળી. હવે ક્રિટિકલ વેલ્યુ માટે તો બેઠું ઇક્વેશન ડિરાઈવ કર્યું આપણે. બક કન્વર્ટર માટે R 1 minus D by twice F. તો આપણને 5.84 મિલી હેનરી અને કેપેસિટરની વેલ્યુ 1 minus D 16F square by L. તો 0.4 માઇક્રો ફેરાડે. સો બધું જ મળી ગયું. L અને C બે વાર મળ્યા, ક્રિટિકલ બી મળ્યા, ફિલ્ટર ઇન્ડક્ટરના બી મળ્યા, ડ્યુટી સાયકલ બી મળી, so on. So now thank you very much for this lecture. Now we will discuss